Hello everybody, welcome back for episode 77 of Terraria version 1.2.4.1. It's been a while, guys. It's good to be back in the world of Terraria, the wonderful, mysterious, fascinating world of Terraria that's full of adventure and confusion and all sorts of things that are still left undone. I know it's been a long time since the last episode, but I do thank you very much for sticking around in the hopes that there would be more, and, well, rest assured, there is. Thing is, again, I was buying time waiting for this lunar update to happen, and basically almost a year went by and it still hasn't happened, so I haven't done many episodes of this Let's Play this year, unfortunately, but I do hope to get back into the swing of things in the anticipation of that. And there are still some objects that I'd like to obtain and some bosses that I'd like to fight before we get to the end of the content that's still available here. I've just been maybe overwhelmed, I guess is the best word to use to describe how very many games that I've been exposed to in the last year or so. Anyway, you're probably more interested in the task at hand, and what is that task for today in this episode of the series? Well, today we're going to try and take our Contaminator that you can see we've got up here, and we've also got a little bit of this dark blue solution that I purchased from Mr. Truffle Man up here. And we're going to take that and bring it to the underground jungle, and we're going to hopefully try and create a situation where we can let some mushrooms proliferate in a big way, where we can then farm for truffle worms, which are what we need to fight Duke Fishron, the boss from hard mode that I've still not yet fought. That's probably the only boss at this point that I've not yet been exposed to. Oh, I don't like the look of that moon. Well, it's a little red, isn't it? But it's not going to threaten us necessarily. So, the big problem we've got here, and I mentioned this a few episodes back, is that my map got wiped out for one reason or another. I don't actually remember why that was, but we don't have a map with the exception of the few places that I've traversed in the last few episodes. So I'm going to have to find a nice place in the underground jungle to set up this biome thing. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to head over to the teleporter. You guys hopefully remember my map well enough to know that there's a few key locations here. I know it has been a while, so, like, let's get reacclimated together here. And it does bear mentioning that, like, it's not just you. It's hard for me to get back into this after not playing it for a while. I don't remember where I put everything. I don't remember what everything does. It doesn't take very long in Terraria, because it's a very complex and intricate, deep game with a lot of nuances that require rediscovery. Thankfully, we're doing pretty basic stuff here, hopefully. We're going to take our teleporter, which, again, I know that I can shorten now that the update happened. I don't necessarily need there to be this many tiles. Oh, yeah, I have to, like, fight enemies sometimes. I should probably get in gear with that whole thing. So where do I want to do this? I need an underground jungle section that will harbor life of a mushroom variety. I'm not sure that it matters necessarily exactly where it is, as long as it's under here somewhere. It should probably be somewhere reasonably accessible to me, though, and that's kind of an important element. This is like my little boss fighting station from, you know, days past. I mean, this would actually make sense to be here for that kind of thing, because it's reasonably flat, but probably we'd like somewhere a little bit separate, just so we don't end up getting meteors or who knows what else. I know I had that whole little thing set up to farm those as well. I was hoping to find a spot that's, like, somewhat flat already. Also, does it have to be super, super far underground? Is there a difference? Because, I don't know, maybe it should be, like, all the way down? Let's look at the map here. Yeah, I don't even have that much map actually exposed at this point. Oh, freaking turtles, leave me alone, man. Just trying to, like, get acclimated here. This is a foreboding and scary world to come back into. Oh, we've got a menacing brazier, or whatever that thing's called, brazzers.com. Let's keep going down. I'm just worried that, like, wherever I set this thing up, it's not going to be deep enough in the jungle. Like, I'm not sure if there even is a differentiation that takes place here. Oh, we've got a beehive. Did I know about this beehive? I hope I knew about this beehive. Oh, this area is very large and in charge. Maybe this is a good spot, like somewhere around here. There's a lot of water, though, here, which is not easy enough to get rid of. Oh, yeah, so this actually terminates in a bunch of water. Maybe that's not the best spot, actually. How about over to the right? I believe this continues on deeper, right? I have, like, dug down much further than this, but, oh, man, I missed my map, though. Is there any safe spot here that I could just, like, sit and look at my map? Nope, not really. You know, little bats, little Little spikes shooting at me. I don't even know. Okay, how about... Let's just look up and to the right again, maybe. Oh, no, that's also beehive area. Freaking bats. They're so small, they're not even a problem. They're just like, little impedances in the way, little problems that are not quite big enough to register on the scale of problems that I have right now. How about over here? What is this area about? Nope, just another little crevice, it looks like. Oh, man. Well, it looks like there's some more water over there. Maybe I shouldn't overanalyze this whole thing. Maybe I should just go ahead and, you know, carve out a little niche in the next flat-ish spot that I see. Problem with the jungle is it's so vertically oriented, there's very few naturally flat areas unless you really do a lot of digging yourself. Which, you know, I'm not beyond doing. I can do some digging. I've dug with the bigger diggers that are out there, I think. But I've never really quite excavated, you know, massive area. Well, you know what? I have, actually. The upper area at the top of the map over here. I've excavated all of this, actually. So that's pretty big. Okay, Turtle Town needs to stop. Maybe let's go one more tier up. I know I started going down, and now I've gone back up again. I don't really know what my goal is here. Okay, how about just, like, would right here work? Just as a trial area, let's just, like, dig. Oh, freaking turtle, leave me alone, man! I'm actually low on health, which is frightening. Because I'm not using my health steal, which used to be, like, the main way that I'd get around. I don't even know what armor I'm actually wearing right now. This might not be even well-suited for this area at all. So much of this game revolves around the jungle late game, it seems. Okay, I got my Spectre stuff on. Magic damage done to enemies heals a player with lowest health. Yeah, well, that's me, but again, I don't know that that necessarily still counts these days, does it? Do I gain health? Well, it looks like I am gaining a little bit of health, unless it's just general life regen. Yeah, no, I'm gonna, like, die. I should probably not do that. Yeah, forgot even what the hotkey was for healing. This is a weird episode. So far, we're just getting reacclimated to how to play Terraria again, after a long time being missing in action. Ooh, what about this area? This might be good. Maybe we could work with this structure, because this is actually not too bad. Okay, I like this spot right here. Let's use this. Let's just carve this out. We'll get some mud going. Hopefully this won't take super long, and then we'll start contaminating everything. Sorry, chlorophyte ore. You no longer have an opportunity to grow here. So I've watched or looked at the wiki a little bit to try and get an idea of what you're supposed to do with this. I'm probably not going to have the optimal situation going on. We're just going to start small, though, and see if, like, I can pick up on how this is even supposed to work, really. I saw people had, like, setups with, I don't really know how they did it, little hills, I guess, that would force the worms in one direction, where they would then get trapped in a spot, and then they'd be really easy to farm, basically. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that kind of thing, or if I care to do that kind of thing. I mean, I guess I do in the scheme of things, but for the sake of just getting something down that we can work with, I think this is going to be a fine start here. Just, you know, make a little pocket out of the mud, hopefully free from massive turtle genocide and all kinds of dangerous worlds that I don't want to get involved in at all. You know, the bees also, probably not hugely involved with them either. Could you please just go away? Thank you. Guys, never let up. And I like that it lets a lot of these dudes spawn down below. You know what? Actually, that might be a bad thing, because I heard that the truffle worms register as an actual enemy. So, I don't know. I don't know what the best way to go about this is. Also, do I not have my crow out? I totally don't. Crow, it's time to shine. Do your work. Also, let's fill in this water right here. If we could. I don't know what's up with this little half block. There we go. No more of you. And then we'll just start contaminating and see if we can make this all transform. Hopefully it'll be no problem at all. Let's do it. Oh god! I didn't realize it went through everything. Alright. That's kind of sweet. That's actually super awesome. We made a much larger biome than I intended to right there. Is it not? It's not transforming the floor for whatever reason. Well, hopefully that's okay. So we've got two little areas. We've got like a main area and a staging area, and hopefully this thing doesn't kill my truffle worms. Maybe I need to put that away, actually. And maybe this needs to be darker or bigger and lower, so that way these guys don't keep showing up and screwing up the mob count. So I guess I'll make a little cubby hole down through there. I should probably see on the map, too, where we are. Okay, we're like right in the middle of all of that. Hope that's acceptable. I'm waiting, too, for the commenter that's gonna be like, yeah, you totally, can't build that where you built it. And it's not gonna give you truffle worms at all. That's probably what's gonna happen, honestly, here. Completely ready for that. And if that's the case, then no harm done. We will just regroup and do it again. I can afford plenty of this stuff. And also, pardon me using my mine pick there to kill all that stuff. Seemed much easier to me to do it that way. So we'll just kind of fire off some over here. It should all spread also, so you know, I'm not super worried about it all. Let the background just envelop all of these things eventually. You know, that's probably good enough. Maybe one more. So I don't know what the best way to go from here is. I guess I could just plant... I brought a couple of these water candles with me. I'll just kind of drop these somewhere around. Put one over... Oh, I gotta make a little shelf for them, don't I? Is there anywhere I can just put them in the background where I don't need a shelf? I don't think it works like that, does it? Never works the way I want it to. What's this spider doing in here? Alright, let's build a little wooden platform. Put one of those there, and we'll do another... What is shooting at me? Oh, it's these guys. That's okay. I actually welcome that. And we'll grab our candles. All 16 of them, and drop them down right... Oh, he killed me. I don't like how quickly that all happened. I barely got a freaking second to drop that candle. I figured it was going to tank, a little bit of damage and then come right back. Alright, well, lesson learned. This armor kind of sucks. Maybe I need to re-optimize my whole damage situation. Whatever. Let's just let's go back there as quickly as possible and try and recoup our time and energy lost. Never said it was going to be easy, although kind of implied by the fact that I've been playing this save file for this long. I kind of figured it would be. But that's the magical world of Terraria for you. Nothing is ever simple, as much as I'd like it to be on occasion. Alright, so teleporter awaits. Jump back across. And we're back to our jungle. Jungle gives way to... Okay, we gotta just go basically down past the boss area biome. But Nick, if it could just be anywhere in the jungle, why didn't you just build it close to the surface? I don't know, little Jimmy commenter, man. I didn't really think very hard about it when I was making that decision. I was looking for something that I found out I was not going to find, and then I adapted by making silly decisions happen instead. Really should stop using that. Did I go down far enough? Oh, yeah, this should get me there, too. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit more. Should build one in this bee's nest. See how that works. Oh, yeah, I'll just kind of stand in this honey for a second, right? Should help me get some health? No? I guess it's not deep enough. I don't like how little health I have already. I've barely even gotten back. Okay, it's down and then right. I guess I'll use another health potion, because I am a massive scrub lord, apparently. Violet husk. Okay, so we can get some occasional dyes and things out of this, potentially, also. And let's do our water candle here. I guess I really only need the one tile for it. And then we'll just wait, I guess. Bring our crow back, too. Oh, wait, we don't want the crow, because that's just going to be a problem for us in the long run. Yeah, Nimbus Rod, I guess, would be the thing that goes back there. And that goes here, and that goes there. Okay. Now, let's get... Oh, there's a truffle worm already, actually. So there we go. Problem solved. This is actually a successful option for us. Now I gotta actually catch them is the other thing. I may have just killed that one. Where did I put my butterfly net? There it is. Grab that. And we only have a second, like exactly 1 second, actually, to see it and then capture it. Gold coin. Something just drops a gold coin here? Was that really the little wormy dude? Or the... Not the truffle worm, but the stretchy tentacle arm, I guess, does that. So I may have... Oh, there it is. It's actually down below there. I don't like what's going on here. These guys are very strong. And there are numerous enemies here that I can't easily and quickly fight. Like, I need quick access to get to where the worms are, and I guess this is why farming them can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I don't know what to do. How do I not let it run away and get down there without the freaking enemy being in the way? Well, I guess I need to clear a path, obviously, is really the only answer. You have to be like... Oh, I think I killed it. Yeah. Alright, well, so much for that. Let's see if we can maybe put some mud or silt or rocks or something in the way of that. Or you know what? The opposite. Let's make sure it's all opened up. Because I want to be able to get in quickly and easily without having, you know, there be a pile of enemies necessarily or whatever else is going to show up in the way. So there we go. Get rid of that. Also, it's very hard to see in here, so now we're going to add one of those. And let's also get rid of anything else that's just extraneous. Mud blocks in the way. Probably should consider either opening or closing this gap too. So we'll open it, continue the trend. I guess all the worms are going to end up here and probably end up filtering out of this biome, which is kind of bad. So I should probably fill this up. I'll just do one of these across. That should hopefully keep them in and the angry other enemies out. Alright, so we at least know we have potential now of getting the worms we're after for our goal. Whether or not we will actually get them is another matter entirely, but right now we at least have access to them, and that's a thing that I didn't have a moment ago. So I guess really the next step in this process is just kind of streamlining this whole area so it actually makes sense for my goal, instead of just like, is crazy and everything's kind of messed up. Also, didn't I have another area up above here that I could check for worms? Anybody up here? Nope. What about up here? Maybe I should let the water out. Keep open access. The greater chances of there being open area, I think, is probably the greater chance I'm going to find worms. I'm not sure if they like or don't like water in particular. Okay, I thought that was one over there on the left. They kind of blend in a little bit as far as I'm aware. Only seen, like, the one so far, so I guess I don't really know, but... Oh, got rid of the water candle by accident. And then this is just going to fall back into standard farming procedure, where we just look for stuff and wait, which is always very thrilling for the sake of videos. Where did I just lose that water candle to? Did I not pick it back up? Oh, I didn't lose it. It was just still standing there. Okay, gotcha. No problem. Alright, put that there. Drop it back up there. Got a worm. Not the right kind, though. And we'll just keep cycling through, looking for any dudes that showed up. Anybody at all. Got a spider. We got some free money. Got this thing. I hate these things. Very angry. We got a fish. Yeah, nothing going on here. Maybe I was a little lucky to find one so quickly. Squandered my chance, too. I mean, I could, like, let all the water out of the bottom of this, but would that really be beneficial in the scheme of things? Not sure. They might spawn down there, too, which could be a bit of a problem, because I can't even get to them there. It's a cool-looking area, though, I must say. I mean, these biomes with the glowing bioluminescent stuff are always great. I do enjoy spending time in them. I just want to find the thing that I'm after and not have to grind out stuff. This is like the way endgames seem to go in video games a lot lately. Well, not that this is necessarily endgame, but it is for me in a way. Oh, that was a snail. I could have probably captured this. Yep. I didn't even notice it. It's so small. But I've just been noticing this trend that it's like a lot of video games lately, the ones that I'm particularly invested in, seem to be very heavily involved in grinding and farming at the very end of their life cycle for whatever reason. Not a huge fan of that style of gameplay when it comes to, like, that's the last thing you have left. I don't mind it so much when it's in the midst of other gameplay. It doesn't bother me then. Or if you're just trying to, like, grind it to cheese the game a little bit and become overpowered. I don't mind it so much there either. This is, like, the only option you have if you want to get to this, well, other than just waiting for a really rare drop, which, you know, rare. That's a thing. Should I get into this? I should probably let this water out, or... Yeah, everything's coated in water. There's no suitable location, it seems, unless I just dig everything out into a big square. But what fun is that going to be if I did that? So I'll just let all this mud go. What was that just attacked me? Oh, those are spores again, aren't they? Should probably get rid of this whole area, too. Yeah, super highly compelling gameplay. Digging away at chunks of mud. Well, it's not a series first, I'll give you that much. Any worms at all? I don't see a single one. From the farming that I saw, the images on the wiki, it looked like it shouldn't be that big of a deal to find a bunch of them, but, you know, maybe you gotta get a little lucky, too. And also, I might have just been, like, running into them without even noticing and having them despawn, which is also pretty frustrating if that's actually going on. Don't see any wiggling going on over there. Or over here. Yep, all the water is settled, of course. What an inefficient process this is. Like, I've got all of these little areas that are sort of interconnected loosely. I need to really find a better spot, I guess. Because this seems like it's going to take ages. What is... Oh, I couldn't even see that there's mud there. It's like the luminescence of the background is nice, but it's like, it's not quite enough. Well, I was really hoping I'd come out with, like, a single worm out of this freaking episode, but it's like, I guess I now have the potential, but just need to actually put in the time and grind away. Oh, there's one. Alright, we got one chance here. Let's go at it. We'll use a grappling hook. Oh, it's still now. Let's just go after it. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, I got it! Okay, mission accomplished. One truffle worm get. One down, all of them to go. I don't know how many I want to get before I start attempting the boss, but probably 5 or 6 would be ideal, just so, you know, when I inevitably screw it up and die a whole bunch of times, because clearly I'm going to have some weapon and item optimization to do before I have any chance at actually beating a difficult boss. As you've seen, I can't even survive in the underground jungle, which is just pathetic at this point, considering I basically have almost all of the items in the game, with a few exceptions. So yeah, that's a thing that we're going to need to tune more. You know, obviously I still haven't completed all of the Halloween Pumpkin Moon and the Frost Moon. That's still a thing that's hopefully to be done, but to the degree that I'm not able to survive most of the time, I don't see that necessarily becoming any easier. The one thing I was working on back in the day, and I don't know if you guys still remember, but I was trying to get all of the badges, or whatever we call them, the combination of multiple... Oh god, these turtles. They're heroes in a half shell, but they're real annoying. What do we call these things? These emblems, rather. Yeah, I need all of the versions of these, because I guess you can make enough to fill up all your slots and have, like, a huge damage bonus. So that would be ideal. So that requires farming Wall of Flesh again. And, by the way, if anybody says, like, you know what you're getting into with the farming thing, you're playing Terraria, yeah, no, I know. It's not a surprise to me or anything. This is just, like, to make a farm to have to make a farm to do this one particular task is just a little bit silly to me. It is, like, almost required to make a farm to do this, I would say. Unless you know a better way, and if you do, feel free to tell me. I'm not averse to hints or anything. Alright, so we're gonna do grapple, and missed. That was awful. Not sure why I couldn't pull that off. It was just standing there. And that's probably going to be about the last opportunity that I'm going to get for a truffle worm right now. So I don't know, I should probably just farm them off camera, because this is just super not interesting to watch, I'm sure. And then I'll just come back with Duke Fishron attempts, or whatever I need to do. And hopefully come out successful and maybe get a few new items out of that, because there are at least 5 or 6 items that I don't have based on that one fight. And I'm kind of excited to see what they are. I know one of them's a spell, something to do with razors or something like that. I do like a good razor when it comes to both shaving and also splicing up enemies. Oh, there's another chance there. How am I going to get that without just standing on top of that fish, though? I don't even think that's possible. Oh, is there 2? I think there's 2 there. Maybe I could just... Will this kill them? It probably will, right? Oh, it didn't? It totally didn't. Unless I just got really lucky there. No, no, no! Oh my god, really? He gets stuck one tile too high. I should have just jumped on top of them. What a bunch of garbage. That was so obviously easy to do, and I just messed it up. Well, I clearly have some work to do as it comes to this farming process. So maybe I'll hollow these all out and work on it more. Anyway, I'm going around in circles. This has been another episode of Terraria. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it to the extent that it can be enjoyed given the circumstances, and I am aware that these circumstances are somewhat dire. Yeah, alright, it just dug its way right back in. That was an awkward spot, too. I need to make sure everything's flat if I'm going to have an opportunity to hit them with my net there. Anyway, thank you, as always, for watching. If you are still interested in finding more Terraria on the channel, definitely leave your support in the form of a like. It definitely goes a long way to help keeping my notice that this series is still, you know, something with interest on it. Regardless, though, I mean, I still do want to play more of the game. It's just, it's so easy to get distracted by playing Isaac Rebirth for hours and hours and hours. But I think it's time to get back into gear with the Terraria series. I mean, I've said this several times now, so, you know, don't take my word for it at this point. Let's just see if the episodes show up. But one way to guarantee that to happen is, you know, watch them, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. So anyway, thank you again. I hope to see you again real soon for another one, and I'll talk to you all later.